Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with an on-the-fly review for you. And today I'm talking about Where the Crawdads Sing. This is based on a novel by Della Owens and was released earlier this month. It's directed by Olivia Newman, starring Daisy Edgar Jones, Taylor John Smith, Harris Dickinson, Garrett Delahunt, and David Strathairn. That's all I need that for. Distract me. A whole set to this movie set in the late 1960s when the son of a rich family dies suddenly and bizarrely. The whole community go after this outsider, this wild girl who lives in the marshes right outside the North Carolina town. Who's basically literally abandoned by her parents when she was young and pretty much had to raise herself. The movie follows the trial while also has flashbacks of her life leading up into the incidents that got her charged for murder. I mean, it's a chick flick. As a chick flick could be. But, there's certainly a spectrum of chick flicks. I don't think that just because the movie is made for that a certain audience specifically means it's weak or bad. Who knows? You could have something like Clueless, which I thought genuinely hysterical, warm, funny, charming film. Something profound and relentless like Precious. Or you could have something on the completely other side of the spectrum like, The Notebook. A movie that even the people involved in making don't even like. I've never even fucking bothered to watch. So maybe I shouldn't criticize it, but I mean, come on, the movie's nearly 20 years old. If I haven't watched it yet, I'm not going to. When it comes to this movie, let's see. I really thought Daisy Edgar Jones did a terrific job of making our main character both sympathetic and believable. But I overall felt the movie suffered from cliches and just generic things you've definitely seen before in movies and in TV movies and that. I do think the movie overall works. I think it's good. It's an alright movie. It's an okay movie. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars, but it's nothing to run out and see or write home about, as is, as you say. David Strathairn is terrific as the lawyer, trying to, get her off these charges. But yeah, ultimately, it's just a chick flick. And like I said, that doesn't make it a bad thing, but it's definitely in a certain niche genre of movies that are usually considered shitty. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. It's not a bad movie, but at the same time, it's really nothing special. Much like the film I saw earlier this year, Redeeming Love. Another just middle of the road, well made, well acted, but it's it's not universal. It's not something anyone could sit down and enjoy and love. I was literally talking just the other night about movies in the MCU, and not everybody likes superhero movies, not everybody likes action movies, but I think a movie like Ant-Man is a movie anyone could sit down and just enjoy the shit out of, because it's just such a fun movie. And it's probably when we're just talking about straightforward fun film that made for everybody kind of thing. I think that's the one in the MCU for sure, the top one. Not everybody's gonna dig all the shit in what's it called? In the Avengers movies, all the quipping, you know what I mean? Or all the bickering amongst characters. And at the same time, I think it's genuinely considered that the Thor series is pretty much shit in and of itself. I don't know how they fucked up Thor so much, man. But they did. But now I'm just rambling and going completely off topic. I would say if this is a movie you're interested in seeing and haven't gotten around to yet, it's worth your time. It, like I said, has some good performances, has a decent story. Yeah, murder mystery, cultural issues. I do want to say that I appreciate seeing a movie with a positive portrayal of small, simple Southern life. And at the same time, it's nice to see a movie that takes place in the South in the 20th century, especially the 1960s in general, that doesn't fucking revolve around racism. Uh, it's a good movie. It's a good movie, but that's really all I can say about it. I do predict that Taylor Swift will be nominated for an Oscar for this, but that's just, that could be shut down pretty much just because, the streaming services have bought the Oscars. They bought and paid for. We own you now. Pray I do not alter the deal further. And I'm just fucking rambling because I didn't get any sleep last night. Anyhow, yeah, it's a movie. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.